Hello and welcome back to the channel. Happy Friday. The weekend is here, my friends, and that means Friday night stream is happening. Welcome to the channel. Look forward to talking to you all. Tonight we are getting into Naya humans, and the reason for that is, as you know, or you might not know, but Faceless Haven has been banned in Standard, as well as Divide by Zero and Alrund's Epiphany. Those bans took place yesterday, which means that Mono White might be dethroned as the top aggro deck. I think Mono Green is still pretty strong, but we're going to be testing a Naya build in a standard event today before we take it into Mythic Ranked for the end of the month. Let me run through the deck list, kind of explain what we've got going on here. First, we've got 4 Hopeful Initiates. This is the 1/2 with training from Crimson Vow. It accumulates counters, and you can remove 2 counters from among creatures you control to destroy a target artifact or enchantment. So sometimes we'll want to destroy Nasika's Chariot, we'll want to destroy enchantments that are pesky that we can't normally interact with. So we have Hopeful Initiate to beat down our opponent, get some training counters on there, and have that upside to be able to destroy enchantments. We do have 2 portable holes for cheap early removal. Get things out of our way so we can be as aggressive as possible. Snakeskin Veil. We don't want our creatures removed. We want to hammer damage as quickly as possible. So we have Snakeskin Veil in for that. We can also play this at instant speed on our opponent during combat. Helps us to win a battle. That's fine. Intrepid Adversary for our 2-drop 3/1 lifelinker. The fact that it has 3 power helps to enable a turn 1 Hopeful Initiate to train, and gives us a little bit of life and gets some hefty damage in. Really efficient 2-drop. Luminarch Aspirant, good old trusty here. We all know this card, it's great. Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. This is mainly in here because it's a 2/1 first strike, which is good stats when you put a counter or 2 on it, but it also will tax our opponent's spells, meaning that they're going to have to spend more to remove our creatures, and hopefully we get enough damage in to stop any board wipes before they occur. Valorous Stance. Any big creatures get in our way with toughness 4 or greater, we just destroy them. We can also use it to give our creature indestructibility, maybe win some combats, or stop some burn spells from killing our stuff. 2 Brutal Cathar. It is a human until it's not. So it turns into a werewolf, so it will benefit from being in a human-based deck. This is a creature that exiles an opponent's creature and allows us to get through. Rickless Stormseeker. Human when it's daytime, werewolf when it's nighttime. So it will benefit from Sigarda, which I'm about to show you, but 2/3 daybound at the beginning of combat. Your creature, any creature you want gets +1/+0 and gains haste till end of turn. Meaning that we can have Rickless Stormseeker come down and give itself haste, make it a 3/3 and attack. Or we can play Stormseeker and then next turn maybe we'll play a Sigarda and then give that haste, which can be powerful. 2 Angelfire Ignitions. This card is very impressive with its text. Now, the only drawback to this card is it operates at sorcery speed, but it does have flashback. I think the benefits outweigh the negatives on this. It's sort of predictable, meaning that your opponents are going to have a chance to react, so we do want to use this when our opponents are tapped out, if at all possible, or burn out some of their early removal before we get this going. But, as you can tell, for 3 mana, put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature, gains Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, and Haste till end of turn. So, Angelfire Ignition is quite powerful. We're going to read the board state, make sure that our opponent is less likely to interact with it at instant speed before we cast it. We're also rocking 3 Sunrise Cavaliers, 3/3 haste trample for 3. This will perform well with Luminarch Aspirant, it'll perform well with Rickless Stormseeker. When day becomes night, or the opposite, put a +1/+1 counter on creature you control. So, a lot of counter synergies in here. Works well with Hopeful Initiate if we need to destroy things. Showdown of the Skalds if we run out our hand early. We can slap this down on turn 4, exile some cards, play some cards, grab some counters. Country Fried, what's up? AI is amazing. Sorcery speed is a great point, though. Yeah. Angelfire Ignition is awesome. What's up, my man? But sorcery speed, yeah. So you have to be careful when you play it. And then at the top of our curve out is Sigarda, Champion of Light, 4-drop for 4/4 flying trample. Humans you control get +1/+1. This applies to everything in our deck with the caveat that it is not nighttime, because Stormseeker and Moonrage Brute will be werewolves that won't get that benefit, but we'll still get all the cool benefits of Storm Charge Slasher. And then if we turn it back to day, we can exile something else with Brutal Cathar. Also, it has the Coven ability where you can draw some humans. In here, we're not running Snow because there's no reason to. We have a Cave of the Frost Dragon, Lair of the Hydra, Pathways, and then we also have 2 of the new dual lands from Crimson Vow in red and white because our mana base is higher in white and red. We also have Field of Ruin. We only have 1 of them, but Field of Ruin can get rid of our opponent's man lands that they're going to power up. Also, it can be good in a pinch. Say we have red and white mana, but we draw Sigarda and we need a green, we can go grab a force with this. So, without further ado, let's get into it. We'll register for the standard event. If you like the video, you like the deck, there's a deck list below if you want to build it. And if you hit the thumbs up and subscribe, I really appreciate it. Get into it. Hope you're having a great Friday evening. We're going to go in a standard event before we jump into Mythic, because we're Mythic number 1200 or something, so if this doesn't work out, we're just going to have some fun on a Friday night. Country Fried, not a lot. Wanted to drop in, see your take. I've actually got a Naya aggro that I've been building with stealing secrets. You steal all the secrets you want, and I'll be back to your channel after this to steal some secrets from you, my friend. We can both steal from each other. How about that? Alright, can't be changed. We don't want to change it. We're good. Let's go. Let's do it. Naya. Alright, so we have a Plains, we have a Pathway. We have all white cards. None of them take more than 1 Plains, which is cool. So I think we'll probably keep. And we need to draw a land. We have a Hopeful Initiate turn 1, Aspirant, Cathar, or Angelfire turn 3. Would like to see 3 lands here, but I think we can probably draw another one. There's one right there. So turn 1, Initiate. There's a Sigarda, a little early. We don't really want Sigarda right now. Let's play this on red. Go Aspirant. Counter there for training. Bouncing it back to our hand. Alright, so we have some decisions to make here. Play this on green. Then this on white next turn. We'll drop Sigarda probably. So let's try to drop this. Go in for 2. 4 mana for our opponent. They're looking at our creatures. Grasp that. Take 2 damage. Oh, that's not. That's a Gruul land. All right. So we can't play Sigarda right now. Okay, let's go in, and then I think we'll play Cathar after. We'll go in first, see if they want to interact. Yeah, fine. Play that on green. I'd like to get a white mana. Really like it. They siphoned Insight on us, so I'm not sure what they got, but I guess we'll find out. Sedgemoor Witch. Duress. Take our Angelfire, or Valorous Stance, I guess. Angelfire would be the obvious take for me. Yep, here's another Angelfire, so we'll play this on red. Going with a strong Aspirant. We don't have double planes, but we can Angelfire on the Cathar next turn, and we can just wallop. Depends on what they do. They only have one island as well. Check for traps. Gonna get rid of Sigarda. Okay. So I have 3 toughness on board right now. 2 cards in hand, 1 in exile. Siphon Insight in flashback. So yeah, let's do it. If they have interaction, that's fine. Sure. Okay. Draw some cards. Not having that second plane's really really did a hamstring move on us, because we could have had Sigarda down. Country Fried. Siphon Insight. Please quit touching my stuff. Did you touch my drum set? Did you touch my drum set? Alright.
You deal with this annoyance.
Alright, alright, alright. They came in with the witch. For why? Man, I wish we had another planes. We had another planes. We had portable hole this lifelinker, and we just go in. So do we portable hole the lifelinker? We go in with Aspirant and Cathar. They block here, they go to 1. Or do we Angelfire Ignition? Yeah, I think we Angelfire. In. So they block there, they go to 6. Go back to 2. Alright. Deegan, that's the drum roll. And Country Fried watching Cops. I was watching Cops. You and I both know Cops doesn't come on till 4:30. Another witch. Okay. Siphon. Alright. Pests. a sundown pass. Okay. There's no way that we get in here, right? So we can portable hole one of the pests. They block. I guess we kill one of their witches, though. So the choice there was to hold Valorous Stance or put down Hopeful Initiate. And I'm thinking Hopeful Initiate was probably the better choice. Zombies with Decayed? No, didn't make any. Celestis. Okay. That's a tough gamble. Because if they have a card on top with mana value 4 or more, they just die. They can't get in their hand, which I'm sure is what's happening here. Guess I'll die.
Dire times call for dire tactics.
Okay, let's go here. Let's go in. We'll train. Okay. See what they drew.
I bring my own army.
Showdown. Alright. They said, I have something of a showdown myself. They can hunt for specimens and shambling gas. That would keep them alive. Unless we draw a Reckless Stormseeker, a Brutal Cathar, Portable Hole, Sunrise Cavalier. Yeah, so we have tons of outs here. Tapped out. Oh, a showdown of our own. Snakeskin Veils, ain't that about a bitch? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We don't like them having a showdown and us having a showdown, so we're going to go ahead and destroy theirs. Remove one here, one here. Got 2 Snakeskin Veils. Sciences to gain life. They just won't die. Too good for your home? Sorin.
My ways are not for the weak.
Grasp. Negative. No, no, no. Oh, it's nighttime now, baby. Yep. Sweet, sweet nighttime. In. First game with Naya. Naya Aggro Brew. We got it. This looks like Thalia turn 2. But it taxes our Valorous Stance and Angelfire. But we have Sunrise. So if we can get Thalia turn 2 and then Sunrise Cavalier 3, we're looking pretty good. Plus, if they waste their removal on our Thalia, then we have Angelfire for Sunrise Cavalier. Looking good. Dungeon Crawler, you say? Adventure Fried ran a pretty long game too. Impressed. Thank you, my friend. It did. That showdown helped, for sure. What's going on here? Complete a dungeon. Return it to graveyard to your hand. This has first strike, so I guess we'll block. And then we'll come in with the Cavalier. I'm not sure why they did that. Like, I don't know if they wanted it in the graveyard or what, but clearly Thalia has first strike. That's fine. Could be a misplay. Infernal Grasp. No reason not to attack here. Yep. We want double planes. So let's come in here. Another white. Alright. And a tap dungeon crawler. Okay. Creature dealt damage by white dies, created zombie. Angelfire on the adversary. Make it stronger than the white. And then Thalia can't be blocked by the white because the white will just die. But they're looking at taking 9. Initiate. We have an Angelfire up next turn, too. Cool. 2-0. That Angelfire. That's a son of a gun, isn't it? I appreciate you joining the stream. If you like the deck, like the video, and the gameplay, please consider subscribing to the channel to get future notifications for when I go live again, and also you can watch all the videos at your leisure. That being said, we have 2 lands. We do not have a plains among them. This not gonna work, so we'll mulligan. Okay, 4 pathways: Hopeful, Guardian, and Snakeskin Veil. Sure, let's get rid of... Since the highest costed thing we have in this deck is 4, let's get rid of a Needle Verge Pathway. So, we had to mulligan once. We don't have a lot of top end here. What we do have is a turn 2 Thalia, and then hold up a Snakeskin Veil, and hopefully we can learn. Alright, it's not going to be an awesome matchup. Let's go in first. See if they kill it, or try to kill it. They do try to kill it. Let's veil it, I guess. And then Intrepid Adversary next turn. And then maybe Thalia in time for, I assume they're like a mono black control. So they're probably running like Meat Hook or something. So, this is on red, obviously. Go in for 2. We'll go Thalia. The reason being is if we draw plains, we can play adversary and pay the extra cost. Then we can just start firing away. That's the reason I played Thalia there over Intrepid Adversary. Plus, if they only have 2 lands, which is looking like they might not be able to cast anything. Fell Stinger. Okay. Alright. Tough spot. Tough spot with the mulligan. Not a lot of pressure. See what happens. Could be our first loss. Another Fell Stinger. Okay. Going with the first striker. They block it. Not sure if they meant to do that or not. Meat Hook looks really bad for us right now. Meat Hook looks bad. They've already played 2 Fell Stingers and a Shambling Ghast. What else looks bad? Sorin, maybe? They're eyeing our creatures. I think they want to destroy one of our creatures. Looking at the Field of Ruin, for some reason. Destroying our Branchloft pathway with their turn. Okay, we'll grab a forest. The plains. I want to save Hopeful Initiate in case there's a board wipe. I know it's not much help, but if we draw Hopeful Initiate and then we draw like a Sigarda or something, it'll be good. Okay, I guess, do we Veil on the adversary and then we put the counter on Aspirant, allowing us to go in with all 3 creatures next turn? And then at worst they block Thalia, and then they take 5, they go to 3. Is that the play? Probably. If we draw Sigarda, we draw Sunrise Cavalier, we draw Reckless Stormseeker, Brutal Cathar, anything like that, we exile this token and we get lethal. So we do it now. We go here. Angelfire Ignition. Well, that's something. So we go here. Counter here, and we go in. That is trample. Okay. We got it. Good game. Alright. Valorous Stance. Stormseeker. We can't play Stormseeker right now. We don't have a mountain. Can't play Sunrise Cavalier. We could Field of Ruin. They play a non-basic land. We can go fetch a mountain. That would be on turn 3. This looks... So the problem with Field of Ruin fetching a mountain is we do that on turn 3, thus stopping ourselves from playing Stormseeker on turn 3. We have to mulligan that. Don't like it, but we have to. Alright, this looks better. Initiate turn 1. Cathar and Stormseeker are the 3-drops. We have Showdown. Let's get rid of Brutal Cathar. We have no guarantee that they're playing aggro and it'll have a target. Stormseeker is probably the better of those 2 cards when you don't have the information as to what your opponent is playing. So we'll roll with that. Stormseeker can give itself haste on turn 3, meaning Hopeful Initiate will probably train. Initiate versus Initiate. Okay, let's play this on red. Thalia in. Colby, Elec, welcome to the chat. Aspirant comes down. Okay. Okay, so we can Stormseeker here, give... What are our options? Stormseeker here, give Thalia +1/+0 attack in. They can't block there. And then Hopeful Initiate will become a 2/3. And then if they want to kill it, they'll have to double block and we'll kill their Aspirant. Or we can play Intrepid Adversary. I think Stormseeker. Going with both. Looks tough. We need another plant. We need another land. I'd prefer it be green. But if we throw it on Adversary next turn, pump it, give it haste and +1/+0 if they come in. If Stormseeker lives, that would be great for us. Cathar would be great. Portable Hole would be great. Angelfire would be good. Except we can't cast Angelfire right now because of our Thalia, so... Let's see, there's another one. Okay. That's going to hurt us actually more than it hurts them, but... Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that gets rid of Thalia. Both Thalias, which is actually good for us because we want to play this showdown, refill our hands. We just need another mana. Sun Gold, alright. So if they activate the Coven on Sun Gold, they're gonna have to probably do red and white, which is good for us, but this looks like a tough matchup. For sure. Okay, here's Sunrise Cavalier. Man, we need land. It is daytime right now. Okay. We may be forced to just, like... not play any spells next turn, let it change from Day to night. We cannot survive on 3 lands. Seems tough. We're still in it though. We draw a land, we play adversary, we've got a lifelinker on board, they've got a lifelinker on board. Their Hopeful Initiate won't grow right now, unless they put counters on it, because everything else has a smaller toughness than it. So do we go to 14 here? They don't attack. Man. We need the land. Okay, we're good. Battle of the aggro decks here. They drew a land. So they can give their Sun Golds each protection from red, I guess, or white. They can come in with them. We're not out of the woods, but we're not dead. We just need that 4th land. We can cast Showdown and start pumping away. I think we'll gain the advantage then. But it's all a question of do we get it or not. Seven, 8. Alright. Coming in with Sentinels. Protection from white, I assume. Just 1. White. And red? Okay, not the worst thing to have happened. Okay. It became night. Put the counter there. Oh my lord. So we have another counter with Aspirant. We have a +2/+0 in Trample. Means to go 6, 4, 8, 6. Let's pump the squad, baby. I think it's all coming together. We're going in with the 9/5. We're going in with the Hopeful Initiate. No, that'll die to the other Hopeful Initiate. Just a 9/5 lifelink trample. The thing is, too, they're not going to be able to double spell next turn to make it not night. So I am super okay with this. I love this. All right. Love that. We're sitting at 25 with our life linker. Stonebinder? Alright, we can deal with that. You know what would be sweet right now? Sigarda. I don't think we even need it. I think we're good with the value that's going to come from Aspirant every turn, plus our Storm Charge Slasher, and just a lifelink. We're going to just pump this lifelinker. Alright, showdown. Let's do it. Oh yes. They have a 7-8. Well, we're pumping here. And doesn't matter because we're not attacking anyway. Let's say we go, for sake of argument, let's say we go in with everything. They block the 7-3 with their 7-8. They block so we lose one creature, they lose 3. Let's go. So right now they go to 8 life. We go to 32. Double blocking there. That leaves us a 6-7 and a 4-4 left over. At a certain point, gotta be aggressive. Even if you lose a couple creatures. Alright. Backing up. Okay. Just let it go. Alright. So how... Let's see. How would we have played that? So, if I were in their position, probably a 7-8 blocking a 7-3, right? So the Hopeful Initiate survives. Then we have the 3-2 blocking the Aspirant, and then we probably have the Stonebinder chumping the Initiate, and then letting 8 damage go through, and then they have, yeah. Either way, and attack everything. It was good to attack with everything there and just have them lose more than we lost. Hope you all are having a good Friday night. Hope you got some cool weekend plans. This looks fine, I would say. Don't love that we have 2 2-drops and a 4-drop, but Thalia turn 2, Aspirant turn 3, Sigarda turn 4. Seems good. If this is mono black control, might not be as good as I think. Alright. Thalia. Block there, learn, probably environmental sciences. Yep. Sigarda, baby. Let's go. Got to be mindful of a meat hook massacre. Right now they can meat hook massacre for 1, which is not going to kill anything. They can infernal grasp for 3, but that will not stop us. If they play a little chump blocker, we'll portable hole and aspirant next turn. Yep. What do we do here? I guess we drop our other Sigarda. That'll give 2 damage this turn, so counter from the Aspirant 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll bring him to 3. You can also play Stormseeker, give itself haste. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll bring him to 3. I don't know if it really matters. Let's drop Sigarda. That way next turn we draw a land. We can play Stormseeker and maybe Aspirant if we need to. Grabbing a land. Alright, that was actually quite a curve out there with Thalia turn 2, Aspirant turn 3, Sigarda 4, and then Sigarda 4 again. Let's keep it rolling. If you guys like the deck and the channel, there's a deck list below in the description, and if you would subscribe, that would be great. Trying to grow the channel. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Alright, here we got Adversary turn 2, Cavalier turn 3. Then a portable hole, maybe, if we draw a Forest, Sigarda turn 4. That's pretty good. So we'll drop our planes. Oh my goodness. Through the Forest. I like it when a plan comes together. Alright. Gast. So I think we... What do we do here? The Ghast is unfortunate because we have 1 toughness. I guess we portable hole the Ghast. Next turn it's definitely Sigarda, and then Meat Hook down. Alright. This is on white. Definitely Sigarda here. And then Cavalier. Hopefully we draw another land. We can Cavalier and Aspirant. You know what? They're doing a damn good job. Foretold. Our turn, counter placed there. Okay, let's go. No, not like that. Green, red, white. Sacking it, alright. They could definitely, yeah, counters. They could definitely have a Blood on the Snow that they could play this turn. If not, I think they're dead. Doomscar, yeah. Yep. Professor. Play that on red. Do a showdown. Try to rebuild. All lands. Alright. They've probably got us because they had that Doomscar. Which is how Magic works. Oh, Tibble. Yeah.
Your anger is palpable. I can work with that. Oh, trust me, you will this.
I think they've got us. We had a good curve, they had a good curve. Okay. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Think they've got us. This is going to be our first loss, I think. Got our Reckless Stormseeker. Both.
I'm hungry. Aren't I the generous one?
Portable hole there. Come in for 2. Brings us to 19. They've got a Tybalt we can't deal with. They've got a Lolth we can't deal with. I think, yeah, we fire up the Lair of the Hydra. They've chump blocked there. I think they've got us, so we're gonna go ahead and concede this one. Not gonna waste any time. Ah, we have a Sunrise Cavalier, but no red mana. Will we draw it? Because we have a promising turn 1 and turn 2 with Hopeful Initiate and Aspirant. Seems risky. Let's try it. It's Friday night. Having some fun. Drew a land, but not really the one we wanted. Go in here. Looks like Mono White. Stormseeker. Play that on white. Alright, well, if we get a land, we'll have Sigarda. Well, if they're going to kill it, I will Valorous... Or I will remove counters. Take out Paladin class. And then it won't be dead. Because it no longer has a toughness of 4. Sundown Pass. Hey! Okay. Do we play Sigarda or do we play Stormseeker? So if we play Stormseeker, we can give this +1/+0, making it a 2/2. And then attack with it. And then we put the counter on it. It's a 3/3. If they block with the Usher, we're fine with that. If not, they go to 12. Or do we just go Sunrise Cavalier, put the counter here, and then attack with Hopeful Initiate as a 3/4? That sounds better. Sometimes you have to trust your deck. Yeah, they're in a position... I don't know if they're in a position to take 6 here. So there goes all their progress with the counters. Initiate. Apparition on Sunrise Cavalier. Okay. Counter there. We would play Stormrise Cavalier, attack, make it a 4/4 trample haste. Or do we play Sigarda, make it a 5/5? I think that's probably the better play. Now, we're hoping they don't have a Brutal Cathar or a Skyclave Apparition to get rid of Sigarda. What we're hoping. Next turn, we can play Sunrise Cavalier and save a Snakeskin Veil. I think we're in good shape. Yeah, we just go in with a Flying Trample. Grab a human, which would be Adversary. We'll save mana for a Snakeskin Veil. We're looking good here. Means even if they draw a Skyclave Apparition or a Brutal Cathar, we'll just Veil Sigarda. Not a problem. Got there. We trusted the deck to draw the mountain, and we drew the mountain. Sometimes you have to trust your deck. That was fun, though. That was a good game. Okay. 6-1. That means 2 losses were out. 1 win, we go to 7. Get the 1,000 gold and 3 cards. This looks pretty great. Hopeful Initiate turn 1, Aspirant turn 2, Sunrise Cavalier turn 3. And on the play, we like it. Don't like that too much. That means we're probably playing mono black control, which is the hard one for this deck. But still confident in our curve out here. So if they block and decide to kill the Hopeful Initiate, I think we're fine with that. Yeah, they didn't. Okay, so now we go Sunrise Cavalier. Here, we attack here and here. I think we play another Cavalier, we put the counter on one of them, and then we get Hopeful Initiate training again. Okay. Super aggressive start. We love it. See what they've got. They've got Lolth.
You require my... I will.
Lolth is a good answer. Put the counters on the Trampler and go to work. They go to 1.
Is for annihilation.
Five mana available. I love the... That was a sportsmanship play there. That was a good humored opponent. I've done that before too. I played CGB once and I killed myself by sacrificing one of my creatures because he had me for... Well, there we go. 7-1 with Naya. Humans. Let's look at the deck. Anything I would change? I don't know. I don't think so. Veil's been good. Thalia, even though it taxes our Angelfire Ignition, we only have 2 of them. We don't really rely on them. And then Thalia is such a target that people come down and they use their removal on it pretty quickly. And if they don't, it's still a 2/1 first strike for 2. So the amount of counters that we can put in this deck if we put him on Thalia, we have a first striker, maybe a 3-2, 4-2 first striker, and we can come in and win fights with it. Keep the pressure on. I think Adversary is a very good 2-drop in this deck, even if you don't have the 2 planes on turn 4, turn 6 to pump your entire squad with it. It's still really aggressive, and it keeps you alive versus other aggro decks that want to burn down your life total. I think it's very good. Hopeful Initiate, we saw in that last game, was able to destroy the Paladin class when it came down, and they cast Valorous Stance on it, which before it resolved, this was a 3-4, and then we removed the counters from it, destroyed the Paladin class, and then it no longer had 4 toughness, so it wasn't a valid target for Valorous Stance, which was awesome to see it survive. I think 2 portable holes is probably about right, because you don't want a ton of them, because they get outclassed quickly whenever you get things that cost 3. 2 Sigardas is probably right. I think we only drew 2 of them one game, and then the other one got destroyed anyway. And 2 Showdowns is cool, because Showdown basically refills your hand on turn 4 or 5 when you've already played things out. Sunrise Cavalier actually really impressed me. 3-3 trample haste for 3 nowadays is not a super good rate on its own, but the day-night thing, placing counters on stuff, is actually very good, and I think people forget about it, because especially versus control decks, they tend to play a land and then save their instance and say your turn, and then it becomes night, and all of a sudden your Brutal Cathar becomes a 3-3, or your Sunrise Cavalier itself becomes a 4-4, and then you play Stormseeker down or something, and you can really catch some people. So if you guys want to build this Naya aggro deck, the deck link is in the description, and there's also a link there if you want to follow on Twitter. If you would like the video, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Everybody here from the Facebook page, I hope you have a great weekend, and best of luck when you curve out. And until next time, probably be seeing you tomorrow night, Saturday night, maybe Sunday. There's also some other videos on the channel. There's a Mono Black Control one we did yesterday when the bans came down. It was pretty fun in Mythic. I don't know what we're at now. 1400. At the time, we're at like 800, 900, something like that. So I'll end it there. We got 7-1. Appreciate y'all hanging out, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you want to support the channel. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great weekend.